I knew I was getting thrown off something, but I didn't know if I was getting thrown off that roof, So it was showing up at that building that day. He said, come around back. I'm going to show you where you're going to go off of. It was just like, all right, you got to do it now. That was you're not going to say no.
Are you on the ground looking up or up on top of this thing looking down?
I went on first I was on the ground. He showed me where I was going to fall into.
Yeah.
He showed me the truck. The reason it was in the back of the pickup truck was because the shock, the springs on the truck, would break or fall much like a wrestling ring, which he was 100% right about that. Actually, to be honest, it felt like flipping off a building into a wrestling ring, a hard one, but a wrestling ring. So he was showing me how it was going to fall, and there was a lot of stuff a part of the bump that I didn't agree to take before. I said I want to do this, I want to do that, but when I got there, I was talked into it, and I said, okay, let's do it. And I thought it was off the lower roof, and then he said, come on, we're gonna go up, and it was it was the very top roof of this warehouse.
Jesus.
And we did the match. The match was great. This guy looked the best he's looked like 15 years. I'm doing a great job of doing this match with them, and the crowd's into it, and we go to the spot, and we go up, and he lifts me up, and it's just like, all right. I closed my eyes, and when I opened them, it was we were in a back of a truck, in a pile of glass and barbed wire, and I opened my eyes. As soon as I opened my eyes, a bunch of light bulbs that popped off the truck due to the spring came crashing down on my face and spitting out glass. And this guy was saying his back was broken, and I couldn't see anything because of dust. I didn't think I was that hurt. I was like, wow, I survived this. It was all right. This was very wild. It was a very wild thing to do. And I looked at my hand, and my thumb was squirting blood all over the place.
Wow.
And it was a really crazy moment because the entire staff ran over, and I was like, my thumb is hanging off, and this guy's saying his back is broken. But yeah, when we came out of that truck, that crowd was they lost it. And,
yeah.
It was really, people say it's in front of 30 people. There was a good 500 people there. It was the most hardcore wrestling fans from the present and the past, from the days of CZW were there. And it really was a special moment, even though my thumb was hanging off. And I didn't go right to the hospital. I hung around there for about another 4 hours. I just taped it up and drank about 6 beers, and then decided to go to the hospital.
Wow.
So
that's just amazing.
That was that.
Yeah, but what's really surreal is because, of course, there's a lot of people that had this their phone cam out and videotaping it, and right after it's over, and you just mentioned that the two of you are in the back of this pickup truck, and you're both looking around, and you see the two of you, and I think you look at your thumb and you're like, what the, and then that guy, it's obviously he's in pain. And then there's barbed wire is just stuck to your back. I mean, as you move, it just looks like it's just glued to you.
Yeah.
And what was
stuck in my hair really bad.
Oh man. I mean, no one ever, there's no way you can top that bump. I don't know how anybody could do anything. You look at that, and even, that Hell in a Cell with Mick Foley doesn't compare, as far as what could have gone wrong. You look at that truck, and it had those metal bars on the side. Your head could have hit that, and you would. I mean,
yeah.
I
was very close.
Yeah.
The way I came down kind of sideways. If you look at the video, and I turned kind of horizontal, and I came pretty close. Smacked my head on that bar. That would have been it for me. Yeah. But I'm not gonna. If I had a time machine, I want to go back back in the past didn't change anything because it's kind of made me who I am. But yeah, he broke because the truck was too close and he had to pencil dive in to save me from landing through the windshield. So he broke his back, and now he walks with a cane. Apparently,
really,
people see him around Walmart. People see him around Walmart and stuff, and they say he walks around with a cane. And
jeez,
I guess it's like a, I don't know, it's like a scene out of a comic book. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it is. It's surreal to watch. It is. It really is just amazing. But what did you take away from that, though, Joey? As far as as Steve Austin has said many times, you only have so many bump cards. Did you say, you know what? Did you reassess on doing these things, or what? How did you walk away from it?
No, it was crazy. It became one of the most viral wrestling videos of all time.
Yeah. ESPN had it.
It was on ESPN.
Yeah, it's like
the next day.
Yeah,
I was laid up in my bed the next day, and someone called me and said, "You're on ESPN right now," which was kind of crazy at that time. Like, stuff didn't really happen like that.
Mm-hmm.
It was on everything, Fox News, everything, that week, and it just millions and millions of views. And I kind of liked the attention, even though some of the backlash was just as, just as bad. But I didn't care. I did it. I survived it. It was cool. Maybe look like a star. I wasn't dead, so I took everything from it. And as soon as I came back, I was only a 3-month recovery. I did something just as crazy without the fire and the glass and stuff. But that was my first match back, and people thought, "Oh wow, he's really trying to kill himself."